Hello everyone. Once again, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this new episode, today I'm going to take you through what we call Microsoft PowerPoint. We've had a look at Microsoft Word, we've had a look at Microsoft Excel, and today I want to briefly introduce you to Microsoft PowerPoint. So with PowerPoint, it's basically an office, one of the office in Microsoft Office suite. But this one basically does with presentations. And with Microsoft PowerPoint, it works with the power of points. It works with the power of bulletins. You've been invited to make a presentation somewhere. You need to make the best use of PowerPoint. So today, I will briefly introduce you to it, how to open it, and just a few designs here and there, and then how to save it. And then maybe in the next episode, I will teach you how to do more functions. So without wasting any more second, allow me to open a PowerPoint presentation. So with this, I remember the other time I told you there is a window button at the keyboard, but also there is a window button at the taskbar. So whichever you want, either you tap this one, and then you look for PowerPoint is here, or you tap, or you click, or you press the window button at the keyboard, and then it still brings for you the same thing. Now for this computer, these things have been pinned, but if it is not pinned here, you can try to look for all the applications, and then you can see them here. So this is Adobe, this is Camera, this is Excel. You scroll down until you're able to look, or you're able to find where PowerPoint is, and PowerPoint is actually here. So you click on it, it brings for you what you want. I want a blank presentation, and this is what I have. So PowerPoint works with slides as opposed to Word that works with pages, or as opposed to also Excel that works with sheets. So Excel is a workbook, Word is a document, but with the PowerPoint we work with basically slides. So this is how a slide looks like. Okay, this is how a slide looks like. So I will briefly take you through this, so you can see this is the title slide. So what is important is, what is the topic of discussion that you're going to present? That is very what? That is very important, and this is what comes. So like here, let's say I am going to present about malaria. Malaria. That is what we're going to talk about. I've been invited to give a health talk about malaria in a certain secondary school. So I'm going to put here, this is my title. And then down here on the first slide, really, after the topic of discussion, you have to let people know who are you, who is presenting. So under here, you're going to say it is Modia Emmanuel who is presenting, but that's just only the name. You need to let us know who you are, because if you're talking about malaria, we need to know, are you a doctor? Are you a counselor? What are you? Are you a politician? Because you can imagine maybe someone has done completely something outside medicine and is coming to talk about malaria. It demoralizes the audience, and then they may not even concentrate. So with this, you say, Omodi Emmanuel, you give a brief background of who you are. Let's say MCO, and currently MBCHB at Gulu University. Yes, so with this, your audience will be in position to, they will be attracted even from your very first from your very first slide. So this is it. This is your first slide. And now in the next slide, I'm going to teach you how to pick up the next slide or the new slide. So you come here to the menu bar at home. There's what we call here new slide. So you click there and you choose the format of the slide you want. Because this one I'm going to basically talk about the objectives of my presentation. I'm going to let people know what I'm going to speak about. That is what I'm going to let people know. So with that, I need a title slide with some content. I am not going to select this one because it's really so brief. So I'm going to select this one, the title, and then I say outline. And then when I say the outline, of course, now I have to maybe, let's say, definition of malaria. The other thing is I need to talk about is the prevalence, prevalence of malaria. Then we need to talk about the causes of malaria. We need to talk about the signs and symptoms of malaria. We need to talk about the complication of malaria in case if not treated. So this is basically how the course outline is going to look like, and you can imagine now that this is all you're going to talk about, because what you're going to talk about should be rhyming with the audience. If you're talking to students or maybe in secondary school, you may not bring about the treatment so much. But if you're talking to university students who are pursuing a medical related courses, then you will need to bring out the what? The treatment. So the course outline must be relevant to the audience that you are addressing. So with this, you can now go to the next slide. Like I told you, you can now move in and say definition of what? Definition. Say definition. And then you can say blah blah blah. Malaria is a parasitic. You give the definition of what? You give the definition of malaria. So briefly, that is how it works, and your slides would be ready. One other thing that I really wanted to talk about is the relevance, the addition of the relevant what? The relevant pictures. You need to insert the pictures. You need to insert the what? You insert the pictures. So the ones that are relevant to your presentation. So you go to insert pictures, and you can go to online in case pictures are already there. You can see many pictures here, but they're not relevant to what I'm going to talk about. So you can maybe type malaria, and then you ask them to look for, okay, so there is a mosquito here. So you can insert this one. Still downloading, may take a while, but okay, so it is there. You resize it so it can fit. You can decide to put it here. You can insert as many pictures as possible. As it continues to load, you can still type malaria. You wait for it to load. We have inserted the mosquito. Maybe next time when you're talking about the prevalence, you may need to insert that picture. So it downloads and it puts there, yeah. can sorry about that. Okay. And then you just make sure that you delete this because you don't need this. You delete it. You don't need it. Okay. So this can be a picture of prevalence. You can also insert another picture. Let's say still we're talking about malaria, but depending on the topic that you're addressing. Maybe at the end of the day, you want to look at quite a few things to do with malaria. Okay. You see the graphs are here. They can talk about the prevalence of malaria. Or you want to show people how the parasite actually. Okay, so you can resize this. So it's just a matter of playing with this. You want to resize it. Please, you can just cut this one off. Yeah, a matter of playing with these pictures, and then you insert them, and then you're able to deal with PowerPoint. When you're talking about the definitions, you may not put this one here, but when you're talking about the prevalence, you may pick this picture. So generally, this is how you deal with your presentation. When you're done making, you can also look at the animations. Say, for example, I want to make a presentation here, or the transitions, how you want your thing to be appearing when you're presenting. You can see, but you need to bring the transition that is comfortable depending on the audience that you're addressing. Don't put things that may irritate your audience. And then also you're talking about the design. We want that one, you want this one, depending on the one that is more convenient and comfortable to your presentation. So generally, this is how it is. It's just a simple thing, how you make your presentation, how you format, and basically that is what PowerPoint does it for you. So in the next video, I will bring for you editing using the master slide. Please don't miss out on the next episode. Meanwhile, for now, in case you have not yet subscribed, please, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and then turn on the notification bell, and you'll be blessed. Bye-bye.